Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Blake with 4-Point Custom Productions. 2x72 grinders. These are from the plans of Brian House made. Generation 5, I think they call them. Plans. The binder. I've been building 3 of these. So triple the parts. Triple the pain in the ass, whatever you want to call it. So today I got the motors mounted up, different motors. These two are Vevor, 1.5 horsepower, 3,400 RPM. Will it focus? Focus. Not gonna focus. There we go. Trying to focus on the cord. Here, let me move this out of the way. There we go. Sorry. Doing my phone. So 115, 230 volt. You can wire them up either way. RPM 3450. These are 1.5 horsepower, single phase. You can counterclockwise, clockwise rotation on these, whichever one you want to do. I'm not going with VFDs on these. Like I said in part 1 of this, the other part, I don't run VFDs. Not sure the fully understanding. I've heard different things on VFDs and that type of thing. Easier for VFD to get speed control on your belts, so you can speed your belts up, slow your belts down. It's easier with a 3-phase motor, harder to do with a single-phase motor and that type of thing. I'm not sure the specifics on that, but that's what I've been told and led to believe. So these will run the 3,400 RPM. This is the Iron Horse, single phase, 115, 220 volt, 3450 RPM. A little different design on it, as you can see on the other ones. And that one thing I will point out, if you're building these grinders, and I have noticed, and I measured and checked these right here. So you either have to put your bolt head, this here, at the back end of the grinder, down in here, right there, or you got to make sure that your bolt is exactly long enough that the threads don't stick past and by, because there is not much room there at all. As you can tell, I've got my tubes there, and pull my tubes back out a little bit. So yeah, there's not much room there. Very little room. Matter of fact, on the Vevor motors that I bought, they had the 56 plate on them, as well as the C-face. If you know what that means, here is the plate that was on the bottom of them. I literally took and ground them off. So you can see where these were on there. Oh, sorry, this one's not the one off the Vevor. This is off. This one was bolted onto the Iron Horse. The Iron Horse had bolts into it. The Vevors, let me find one here. I know I got one in my scrap metal pile here. There we go. I ground it off. They spot welded them. I ground the spot welds off and put them on. So yeah, on all of them, this distance behind here is not a lot of room. There is very little room here to work with. But it also makes them nice, makes them well balanced. I've got most of these mocked up just to make sure my bolts are threading in, everything's working right, everything's lining up. Let me grab a hex key. Put this in here. undo this, loosen this up. So yeah, these actually pivot really nice. Get the cord out of here. Yeah. I'll slide this one over a bit. There we go. So yeah, so sorry. Pivot's really nice. It's just 90. So I mean, that's a great thing. You can also undo your thing here, pull your tube out, turn your tube around, and slide it back in. So yeah, so then that'll sit like that for when you're platen sitting this way with your pulleys and everything, and then back this way when you're straight up and down. So I'll just, and these pivot nice, one hand. A little past center. I took mine a little past center, but yeah. Then just do your screw back up. Working on these today, getting these set up. Turn down, that type of thing. So yeah, so when your platen's here, this comes out. Whatever distance you're dragging this out for your plate. And then these pivot down. I haven't cut the angle on this yet. What I did was I drilled this hole first. I had my curved holes done in this plate, and then I mounted this, and then I marked this all out to get this hole right. Found that works better in case you're off and you can't get lined up to it, then it works better. And then you can just loosen this, and then it'll pivot. So yeah, when your plate's on here, if you got it down low, it's going to clip there. Your table will actually clip that. So I'll figure that one out, and then back up, and then tighten it up here. One thing I noticed in the instructions when I'm building this, and something I noticed, he just has a lock washer behind here. If you have luck like me, running a lock washer behind the head of this into an open channel, the lock washer always gets caught, gouges up your work, and makes it a pain in the ass. So I always put a washer behind there, then the lock washer, and then this, and then it just runs smoother, keeps everything flat, nice, level, in my opinion. So yeah, so here you don't need it. I haven't got my locking nuts on here. My bolts are a little long. I'll cut them off. Same as this one, same as this one. This one I started working on the tracking. I haven't got the right screw for there. I got a 20 thread, I need a 28 thread, I need a fine thread, so I got to get a fine thread. Just sort of got it sitting in there just to make sure I'm in that right area, and that's right. And then my tracking wheel and that, so we're getting closer here. So yeah, so that's where we are. This one needs to be welded on. It's not welded in. I got my block on the back. On these ones, all I did was drill a 3/4 inch hole through the face. I didn't try and cut it square to match this. So all I did was drill a 3/4 inch hole and blind weld it through the hole. And then that'll stay there, give me my strength so that I can then weld that on there and line it up, same as that one, line it up. Motors, platens. So yeah, so my platens, I'm working on my platens right now. I got them all roughed out with the plasma, some there. Started drilling some holes, so I got to finish grinding these all down, get all my marks on them, get my holes drilled and that. So my platens are next. Hopefully next weekend I can work on the platens here. This is all the time I had to work on this weekend for these, was getting these all set up like this. So yeah, I'm happy with everything so far. It works great. The balance is nice. Everything, you know, sets in really nice. I am Still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do here, because getting 3/8 lever handles, push down, turn lever handles, in my opinion, are bloody expensive for what they are. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out my knobs and that type of thing. I'll make something or figure something out here in the next while. What else have I done that's different? Previous videos, half inch plate here that the motor mounts on. My hinges are half inch plates, standard 1/4 inch on everything else, half inch on the wheel. Things like he has. My spring's not big enough. That spring you see back there is not big enough. I got to get different springs. Bigger, round, heavier duty. That wasn't big enough. Not even for the to get the tension right here in 4-inch to get that tension right. Yeah, it's just that spring I have is not enough for that. So yeah. So what else is with these that anything? My bolts in, them in. Oh, I didn't cut holes through the plates. All these plates down here, I didn't cut the holes through the plate and then weld. I just sat everything, got it squared up level and welded on here and that type of thing. Yeah, anything that falls down through this plate is going to get trapped down the bottom there. What I might do is just on the bottom here, I might drill a hole in the bottom just for water or anything that gets in there, so it's not building up through there and that type of thing. So if you lift it up to clean out or whatever, because otherwise, even if you've got these mounted on a solid surface, everything's still going to get caught. So yeah, everything slides out nice and easy. Everything's tilting, everything's working. Anything else I change on these? No, that's pretty much it for this round. So like I say, yeah, next weekend I'm hoping to get my platens made, get them made, the brackets for them, get them for on here. I'm gonna make all three. I'm gonna make all 3 platens for here, for the 3 grinders, but I'm not gonna be running 3 platens on here. So let me grab this one. I'm going to be running this wheel. So this is my big wheel. I'm going to be running this on one of them. So this will be sitting on one of these. Probably, I might go this one. So it'll get mounted in here. So it'll sit on this grinder like that. And then, so that one will be on that grinder. That wheel will go there. I'll have a platen on this grinder type thing, and then this grinder here, it'll have a platen as well too, but it won't have a regular table. This one will have a regular table, this one will have a regular table, and then this one here is this here. So if you guys know another guy on YouTube, he designed and made a grinding system for grinding flat, grinding level, and this is part of his design and what he uses and what he does. I've just got these, so that's going to go on the other grinder, so I got to make that as well too, but that's going to be a different project. I'll show that one when I get started on doing on it, and mention his name at that time. But yeah, I haven't showed any of the welding, grinding. I mean, it's monotonous. It's welding and grinding. It's just a complete weld and everything. I mean, I'm not the beautifulest welder. I mean, I don't make the most beautiful welds. I mean, they do hold, they do work. So yeah, so we'll leave it there with you guys this week. And if you like, subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Hopefully we'll get enough followers one day when we get going here. But yeah, so platen on here with a regular table, build the regular 2x72 generation 5, whatever you want to call them, generation X. Then I'll have this one set up with the big wheel on it, and that type of thing. Table for it. And then this one will have the Platen on it, but I'll have the table on here that'll be for flat grinding, flush grinding, all that type of stuff. That'll be a cool one when I get here. The wheel on here for hollow grounds or spot grinding in sections. The table I'm making for here, I can interchange it with all of them if I need be. But yeah, but we'll have all three set up, and that way I don't have to, I can go from belt to belt or angle to angle or whatever without changing everything and go that way. So yeah, so okay, well, thanks everybody for coming along, and we'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye.